because of bad weather. 2 hours later, authorities found the helicopter in a wooded area.
Less than a week after his stop in Cleveland, Senator John McCain will campaign in Columbus, and this time he's going to be joined by running mate Sarah Palin. McCain will speak at Capital University, which is outside of Columbus. Today, both candidates hit the Sunday morning talk show circuit, each saying they would be the best president to improve the economy.
Unless we update our 20th century regulatory framework for a 21st century global financial system, then we are going to continue to be vulnerable to this kind of situation. And I think the next president has to come in with a very strong package of reforms.
But I'm never going to not get engaged when the taxpayers and middle class of America are in danger of losing everything literally that they've worked all their lives for.
Senator Obama is set to speak at a high school in Colorado tomorrow.
Well, some parts of the South are still feeling the effects of Hurricanes Gustav and Ike at the gas pumps, and the gas shortage appears to be spreading across the Southeast. Those storms reduced oil refining capacity in the Gulf of Mexico. The crisis was almost enough to cancel a University of Georgia football game. Lines have been long in Atlanta, Nashville, and the Carolinas, leaving many drivers wondering why.
Problems that they're currently experiencing in the Southeast are primarily areas that are being fed by one particular pipeline, and there is fuel starting to run through that pipeline again.
Now, experts say the problems could last at least another 2 weeks until gas supplies return to normal. Southern drivers are being told to reduce unnecessary travel and refuel only when low on gas.
Up next, you, the candidate. See how a little Photoshop magic could sway your vote.
And the Power 5 is tracking a cool down as we head into October. Your See It First forecast is just minutes away.
For decades, doctors have said to immunize your children. Did you? Will you do the right thing? Tonight at 11, after an all-new Desperate Housewives and Brothers and Sisters, are vaccines protection from diseases like measles, whooping cough, autism, or are they the cause? The debate you haven't heard. Start here tonight on News Channel 5 at 11.
My daughter was the victim of a heinous crime. As the prosecutor on the case, Mark Schneider did everything in his power to get justice for my family. But an activist judge let my child's attacker go free because Mark was fighting to get her a fair trial. Now Carol Ann Schindel wants to exploit my family's tragedy by attacking Mark Schneider. Carol Ann Schindel, you should be ashamed of yourself. I would trust Mark Schneider with my life and my daughter's.
Now more than ever, you want to get the most for your money. Look no further than the mid-size 2008 Kia Sorento. A powerful V6 engine, 5-star safety rated, backed by an industry-leading warranty, and it's priced about $6,300 less than a Toyota Highlander V6. Or to put it another way, a year of college tuition less. The 2008 Kia Sorento. It's money well saved. Hurry in and get $5,000 cash back on the 2008 Kia Sorento.
The Issue 6 casino gambling scheme would change Ohio's constitution to benefit one out-of-state Indian casino operator. 6 is filled with loopholes. That means there's no regulation to keep criminals from working in the casino. No accountability. Politicians and lobbyists would decide the key details after we vote. And no guarantee the operator would pay any casino taxes on their huge gambling profits. Don't lock this casino gambling scheme into Ohio's constitution. Vote no on 6.
You may have heard about atherosclerosis lately. It's the progressive buildup of plaque in the arteries. And if you have high cholesterol, atherosclerosis may be something you should be concerned about. Find out more by going to newsnet5.com/athero.
Tim Misney, make them pay.
It is often said that voters support the candidate in whom they see part of themselves. Now there may actually be scientific proof of that. You probably recognize this man, but this is his real picture. On the left is actually a so-called morph of President Bush and a Stanford University college student. She agreed to be the morph target to illustrate the point of a new study. Morphed images that make a candidate's face resemble yours can subconsciously sway your vote.
What we're demonstrating is that people make decisions about candidates on very superficial features. The simple fact of changing someone's face to make it a little bit more similar to you is enough to make you choose a different president.
Researchers made 240 of these morphs, each tailored to a volunteer. 1 week before the 2004 presidential election, those same volunteers took an online voting survey that often included an image of one of the candidates morphed with the person taking the survey. 1/3 of the volunteers saw real pictures. They gave President Bush 46% of the vote and Kerry 44%. But the 1/3 who had their photos morphed with Bush gave him a landslide, 53 to 38%. And among those morphed with Kerry, Kerry won 47 to 41%.
We changed the patterns of who they indicated they would vote for by a very large margin, despite the fact that none of them consciously knew their own face had been there.
Researchers say the effect was only seen among independent voters and people whose party affiliation was weak. He suspects that in this year's tight election, with so much tied up in race and gender, how the candidates look could prove to be a major factor. Now, all of this begs the question, could a candidate do this on a large scale? The fact is, everyone's driver's license photos are in a government database. And in this age of MySpace and Facebook, anything is possible.
Well, a hurricane watch is in effect for Maine as Hurricane Kyle heads toward Nova Scotia. The storm is expected to blow past the coast, prompting Maine's first hurricane watch in 17 years. Kyle has winds up to 80 miles an hour. So far, the storm system has just dumped several inches of rain on the coast, causing massive flooding there. And look at that. You can hardly see the road.
Certainly I've experienced a nor'easter in the Northeast, but a hurricane.
Hurricane, yeah.
Unusual.
Definitely unusual, but the good thing is it's not going to hit the mainland, and it's mainly Nova Scotia and part of Maine that's going to be mainly affected by that system.
And back here, walking out to the parking lot last night, you can feel a little bit of a nip in the air.
It's coming. October's knocking on the door, and so are those colder temperatures. And it's going to feel like fall, folks, by middle of this week. We're dry right now thanks to a little bit of weak area high pressure across the area. You're seeing it first with 5 live Doppler radars scanning for any rain. And here we go, from Worcester to Akron to Canton, not much going on. Across the Buckeye State, dry skies. The further west and south you got from Cleveland for today, you had more sunshine. But a lot of folks saw some good sun as well. And further up the New England coast, here is Hurricane Kyle, where it's moving up to the north-northeast at about 25 miles per hour. And that shouldn't affect us at all, but the good news is we see plenty of sunshine back to the west. Notice the cloud cover kind of hung around today, and we'll see a good clear skies as we head through the evening hours, but notice more clouds near Chicago will filter back in as we head through the overnight hours. And as we head back to work, the good news is we'll still see some good sun as we go to work, but look what's knocking on the door. Here's an area low pressure that'll come Monday night into Tuesday that could bring some scattered rain showers, isolated thunder as well, but look what's behind that. Much cooler air. We're talking highs by middle of the week into the upper 50s and lake effect rain showers, believe it or not. Now, temperatures around the region on our McDonald's neighborhood temperature map into the 60s and 70s across the area. 70 at Elyria, 68 at Cleveland, Jefferson at 70 degrees, and the further west you got Toledo made it up to around 78, 79 because they had plenty of sunshine across the area. Today's high officially at Hopkins Airport was 71 degrees. With the morning low about 63, a little bit above our average, so that's seasonal weather, not too bad, but it's definitely going to be sweater weather as we go through mid of the week. 89 degrees was the high, 1959, just a trace of rain. We had a little bit of drizzle last night, and as we go throughout the overnight tonight, there still could be some drizzle, mainly on the east side and some low-lying clouds. The future lows for tonight will be into the 50s. You notice as you wake up tomorrow, there could be some areas of patchy fog. But for Cleveland, the overnight low will be about 55 degrees. Akron, about 52. Canton, 52. Worcester, about 52 degrees. And Elyria, your overnight low should be about 54 degrees. Here is your extended forecast. As you head back to work, not too bad. Upper 60s to near 70 degrees for your high. 65 and showers and a few isolated thunderstorms on Tuesday. And some more rain possibly on Wednesday. This is a lake effect event because we'll have an area low pressure over the Great Lakes, and that'll make the winds just right to see some lake effect rain showers through Wednesday into Thursday and through Friday even. 30% chance. But the good, look at these temperatures, 59, 57 degrees for the high. So as we move into October, well, it's going to feel downright cold. It's time to put on the sweater and the long sleeve shirt. So we'll throw it back to Tracy and Curtis.
All right, Jeff, that's for sure. Grab your jackets. Well, tonight at 11, a special assignment on childhood vaccines. Many schools require them, but can vaccines protect against one disease and cause others to develop? We will show you the risk of vaccinating and not vaccinating a child tonight at 11. Well, the Browns were hoping for win number 1 today in Cincinnati.
And it was a battle of winless teams, and the Bengals played without their starting quarterback. Still, it works out for us. Highlights next.
Fighting for America is nothing new to John Bocelli. As a decorated war veteran, John Bocelli fought to keep America strong. In the state Senate, he fought for middle-class families and opposed an increase in the gas tax. In Congress, John Bocelli will